Spring is just around the corner, and with that is the inevitable spring cleaning. But how do you do that in an environmentally sound way? Ginger Zee breaks it all down for us.
Hi, I'm Ginger Zee, and it's not too late. Welcome to our toy closet. It is the place where we have a lot of our costumes and fun, but it was also the site of a recent battle between my husband and I.
We have too many toys. The boys don't play with half of these. I agree. Well, stop buying things. I don't.
All right, I'm not gonna bore you with the rest of that, but seriously, I don't buy that much. Maybe last Christmas I went a little overboard, but in general, we're both really good about not buying stuff. I swear it's the grandparents. Dad, Janice, I'm watching you. It's just, this kind of stuff can't be recycled.
We usually use these bins to donate and feel guilt-free when we spring clean, but they only accept clothing, not toys.
Prior to this year, donation was our main form of guilt-free spring cleaning, but many of the bins are still locked up. Churches and schools are still not accepting donations. We are still being COVID blocked.
And that is right where the spring cleaning battle got vicious.
What are you doing? We can't put those in the trash. What are we supposed to do?
I have to do this for It's Not Too Late.
One of the only products that I use that comes with immediate recycling capability are the print cartridges. This entire bag is basically full of stuffed animals, and even before COVID, this is not the type of thing you could donate. So, what do you do with it? My Oma would be saying, have a rummage sale. But say you don't want to fill your driveway with people. Well, there are other options. Here's a great example in our garage. This roller coaster thing was left by the previous owners. But when the kids grow up, what do you do with something like that? And if you're not gonna have a rummage sale, the choice becomes Facebook Marketplace, or there's sites like FreeCycle, ThreadUp for fashion, lots of other places you can even swap kids' clothes. And don't forget, a lot of your stuff is recyclable.
They say, well, nothing is actually recycled. It's sent off to another country and it's put in their waterway.
Now, the one concern that we had initially as well, especially with plastics, is this whole concern on, your plastics ending up in some other country. And so we came out as Waste Management with a policy in 2019 to say we will never export residential plastics to any other country.
There's always a lot of confusion with plastics and recycling. Waste Management says the ones, the twos, the threes, the fours, you just gotta check with your waste manager to see what they recycle. But it can all be made into something.
We can take those plastic bottles, and then we have companies that we work with that turn this into yarn and actually turns it into the very shirt I'm wearing today.
They do get a lot of items that just shouldn't be in the recycling. 25% of what they get has to be sorted out, like plastic bags.
We still get, Christmas lights, garden hoses, toys, electronics, items that don't belong in a curbside program into those bins.
And toys pose a special kind of challenge. They not only have a lot of different materials, but they can have batteries, and that can cause fires.
You could have plastics, you could have metal, you could have even batteries in there. And because those are all combined together, it makes it really a big challenge, if not impossible, to recycle.
Enter a company called TerraCycle. I have a TerraCycle battery box. They are a company that will help you recycle almost everything.
We run national razor blade recycling in 5 countries around the world. To give you some extreme examples, we're doing dirty diaper recycling with Pampers in Holland, now launching in France and Japan, all the way to chewing gum recycling with Cadbury.
And while many of the programs are funded by companies and free to you, the process does cost money.
When a company like Hasbro creates a free program, what they're doing is they're covering the cost of collecting the waste and processing the waste, and that's what they fund. Now, as they scale the size of the program, and that's really gonna happen if consumers are interested in recycling toys and go and use the Hasbro program, because it's gonna show that there's, people care about this, then they can, they will invest more capital to bring it to life.
Toy maker Hasbro has a program they say was the first of its kind for toys, where you can sign up with TerraCycle to recycle their toys for free.
The product is completely
broken down, converted into pellets, and then the pellets are used in the construction of playgrounds, play spaces, basketball courts. Our dream is for this to become ultimately the industry standard and something that can be scaled across, the entire industry, and like-minded companies together to really champion it. And so I do think that the barriers could all be overcome. I think it's really just prioritizing, the end-of-life program.
Some of the programs still limit how much they will take, but TerraCycle says as more people use them, it sends a message to companies. Sustainability is important to shoppers.
And right now, I tried to sign up for the Hasbro and it was at capacity.
Every company sets a budget limit for the year, and that sets how big the program can be. Now, as people, citizens out there, vote for recycling by participating in these programs, it sends a message to these companies so that every year they then consider, scaling the program.
And it's not enough to be committed to the recycling part. We also have to demand that companies we purchase from have programs that bring things full circle. Companies that are using recycled materials.
After recycling the right items is buy recycled material, support these brands that are using recycled content, create this demand for this material so that we can help out with the value.
Tom, and reluctantly, my husband, are right. The most important thing all of us can do, reduce.
The very best thing to do is refuse. Avoid even, creating the idea of garbage, and you do that by not buying something. That's very hard to do. If you care about garbage, you should be thinking about two things. Buying products that have recycling solutions, like Hasbro with toys, and buying products that are made from recycled material. Both of those are equally important because one is affecting supply, the other demand, but both are really important to make sure that we don't live in a planet that will look like the WALL-E movie one day.
If we reduce what we buy, reuse when possible, trade it to somebody who could use it, and then recycle if we have to, then it's not too late.
That WALL-E movie really puts it all in perspective for us. Our thanks to Ginger, as always.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.